Hello and welcome. Today we're excited to walk you through a real-world manufacturing journey powered by Salesforce. In this demo, we'll follow a company as it transforms a product request into a fully manufactured and quality-checked unit, showcasing how our solution manages the entire lifecycle, from product design and bill of materials creation to production scheduling, quality control, and inventory coordination. All of this takes place within a single, unified Salesforce platform, designed to streamline operations, improve visibility, and accelerate delivery in the manufacturing environment. A company called Skypath Automation reaches out with a request. They need 50 units of a custom brushless DC motor, designed to specific torque and housing constraints for their new robot arm. Skypath Automation fills out a custom inquiry form requesting a brushless DC motor with specific torque and size requirements. This request is captured as a lead in Salesforce. A sales representative reviews the submission, verifies the use case, and converts the lead into an account, contact, and opportunity. Let's start by walking through the product design workflow, which is initiated after a customer submits a custom motor requirement through our Experience Cloud portal. Once the requirement is received, it's reviewed and qualified by the sales team. If the requested product doesn't exist, the project is handed off to the product design team to begin the design process. The product designer creates a new product design record in Salesforce, specifying the product category, key technical parameters like voltage, torque, and speed, and uploads drawings or technical specs. Once everything is prepared, the designer clicks Submit for approval to send the design to the product design manager. If the design is rejected, the designer can revise the specifications or drawing files and resubmit. If the design is approved, the process moves forward to the product engineer, who will begin creating the bill of materials needed for manufacturing. Let's jump into Salesforce and see how it actually works in the system. Here I'm logged in as a product designer. To begin, I'll create a new product design record by clicking Create Design button. Here, I can enter key details and upload the design drawings. Once the design record is created, the product designer can now view all the design detail. They can also view the uploaded drawings. When everything looks good, the designer simply clicks Submit for approval. This action triggers the built-in approval workflow, and the design is instantly routed to the product design manager for further review and approval. Here I'm logged in as a product design manager. As soon as a design is submitted, the manager receives a notification or can view all pending approvals in their Items to Approve list. Manager can review all the submitted details. If something's missing or incorrect, the manager can reject the submission and leave feedback for the designer to revise and resubmit. Otherwise, if everything looks good, the manager simply clicks Approve. Once approved, the record status updates to Approved. This design available to the product engineer for the next step, creating the bill of materials. With that, the product design process is completed. Now that the product design has been approved, we move into the bill of materials phase. The product engineer receives the approved design and initiates the BOM creation process. The engineer identifies all the materials, sub-assemblies, and quantities required to manufacture the product. These components are added as BOM line items, including suppliers, part numbers, units of measure, and costs. Once completed, the BOM is submitted to the product manager for review and approval. If the BOM is rejected, it's sent back for corrections. If approved, it moves to the inventory manager, who ensures all required materials are available or initiates purchase orders if needed. Let's now jump into Salesforce and see how this works in practice. I'm currently logged in as a product engineer. After the product design approved, I click on Create BOM. This opens a custom BOM creation form. Here, I provide basic details. Once the BOM is initialized, I can find it in Dashboard, can also add line items specifying the quantity, unit of measure, and if needed, mark it as a subassembly to support multi-level BOM structures. Once all the components are added and verified, I click Submit for approval. This triggers an automated approval process and notifies the product manager. Once the bill of materials is approved by the product manager, The next step in the manufacturing process is managed by the inventory manager. Their responsibility is to ensure that all required materials and components listed in the BOM are available in stock, and procurement manager initiate procurement if any shortages are identified and submit the PO for approval to purchase head. The inventory manager logs into Salesforce and find the newly approved bill of materials, can see the table containing all the material. The system automatically calculates to be procured quantities by comparing the required quantity against the available stock across all warehouse locations. The manager reviews this data and initiate a purchase order by selecting inventory location, product to procure, supplier and quantity. Pricing is available from the supplier's price book for cost estimation and approvals, and then manager create a purchase order. When the ordered materials arrive, the inventory manager marks the PO as delivered. This automatically updates the inventory levels at the selected warehouse. Now that all required materials are in stock, the process transitions from planning to production. This phase is a coordinated effort between the manufacturing engineer, production planner, and the shop floor operator, ensuring a smooth and efficient manufacturing execution process. Manufacturing engineer define the manufacturing operations rules. Production planner create and schedule the production order. Work centers get assigned, and then shop floor operator execute operations. The process begins with the manufacturing engineer, who is responsible for defining the operational steps and rules required to assemble the final product. Next, the production planner creates a production order. Each operation is mapped to a specific work center. Once the schedule is finalized, shop floor operators can view their assigned operations by searching for the relevant production order and applying date filters. They can update the operation status to in progress, completed, as work progresses. Additionally, they can visualize their tasks and timelines through an interactive Gantt chart for better clarity and coordination on the shop floor. Once manufacturing operations are completed, or at predefined checkpoints such as after assembly or testing, the process moves into the quality control phase. Here quality inspector performs quality tests and add result. If test failed, create non-conformance report. If it is reworkable, then create rework production order, otherwise scrap it. If all the tests passed, assembly operator label the final product. Packaging operator packs product, then inventory manager stocks and update the inventory. Let's now jump into Salesforce and see how this works in practice. Quality inspector can find the quality checks by searching production order and filter it by operations, and can add the result for the particular quality check. After all the tests pass, the final product is ready to ship, for that order is created with all the details, product, quantity and its price. The order gets delivered to customer successfully. And that brings us to the end of our manufacturing demo, from the product inquiry to final labeling and delivery. Thank you.